This is the Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show.
It's Teddi Tuesday, Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. Teddi Tuesday, Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday, Tuesday, Teddi Tuesday, 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 Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's DJ Teddi, and I want to welcome you to Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. We're the only podcast that do it like this. So welcome to the livest, the dopest, the freshest podcast around. And make sure you follow us on Instagram at Teddi Tuesday Pod, Twitter at Teddi Tuesday Pod, and keep it locked for sports, community, and business. I'll see you there.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Thank you for coming to the show. Welcome to Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. Y'all show some love. We got a special guest with a hoodie and 104 degrees outside. We're gonna get to that anyway, though. We appreciate it. He still look cool. He ain't sweating. I'm over here sweating like a piece of chicken. I'm telling you, it's hot out here.
When you look cool, you'll feel cool.
No. You in Texas, you can look how you want to look. You still gonna be hot no matter what happens. Welcome to the show. This is Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. Just in case if you don't know, Teddi stands for to enhance, direct, develop, and inspire. This is the number one podcast show in Fort Bend County. No one does it like this, like for real, in real life. I'm telling you, no one does it like this. Couple of announcements to make. It is back to school time, so if you haven't went broke yet, then you will be by the end of the week. You got pencils, pencil sharpeners, construction paper, erasers, and socks, shoes. I would have been like, you're going to wear whatever you wore last year. We're just going to wash it. And we're going to be good. But I'm just joking. You got to have the kicks, got to have a hat, got to have the deodorant is a must. If you have a young man, do not be scared to use that degree. Degree is for A's too, underneath the arms and the paper. It works both ways, okay? So that was pretty good. Look, the DJ, look, you see that? Yeah. How you like that hoodie? I'm just joking. You're gonna feel it after a while with these good lights on. But anyways, a lot of things going on. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Teddi Tuesday Pod, Twitter, Teddi Tuesday Pod, and check out our website, Teddi Tuesday Pod. So a couple of things. It is football season, so if you haven't got any tickets, make sure you get it. Our Houston Texans' first preseason game home is this weekend on the 17th. They'll play the Detroit Lions, and I will be live in the mix at NRG Stadium. Boom! Shots fired all the way. Also on the 17th, one of our own, DJ Be Easy, we're be doing a back-to-school drive, giving away some school supplies, and also supplying some good music. You want to get people, in the mood for back to school. I think sometimes when kids go back to school, they be like, oh gosh. But it should be an exciting thing, and so therefore if we can help provide that good positive platform that school is cool, then that'll help her out. So, a couple of things going on too as well. We will be moving to, when you watch this video, you see me video, you see that big old light? I know you can see this big head, but listen. September the 10th will be our first Tuesday at B's Wine Bar in Missouri City, right next to Sienna Plantation. We're moving on up! Like the Jeffersons, I'm telling you, we're moving on up. It's a great thing. We're so excited. That's right, starting September the 10th, which will be my birthday bash. Now that's what's important, is birthday bash. At B's Wine Bar, that will be our new location to the end of December. So I'm super excited. We will actually be on the inside, so no more towels outside. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, back into it. The Sugarland Skeeters are in the playoffs, so make sure y'all go out and support. The Astros are in the playoffs. Make sure y'all go and support. And the Rockets start their season late October with their new addition. And guess what? Teddi Tuesday will be going to a game, or one of those games in November as a team. So you might get your chance to come hang out with us and go watch the game. So, more details on the way for that. But we got a special guest in the building. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. Go ahead, because you got green, so green means money. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
My name's Cyrus Mohseni, and I'm all the way from California.
Welcome to the heat. Don't even tell me welcome to Texas, just welcome to the heat. So what? So let's talk about a couple things. This young man right here, I don't even know his age. I just said young man. So I'm assuming you're in your 20s, 30s.
25.
You're 25?
Yeah.
I'm really
That's usually
upset.
the reaction.
You're 25 with your own business.
Yeah.
I have been wasting time. That's all I got to say. 25 with your own business. And we're going to talk about what type of business he has. This is his first time on the show. He is from California, as you can tell, because anybody from Texas ain't coming up in here with no hoodie on. We can't take it. It's too much. But since it's your first time, I got a couple first-time questions for you. You ready?
Yep.
With your nice, y'all see he got a little Bluetooth little thing over here. If the cameraman, look at that. Now that's dope right there. Anyways, so what was your first job?
First job was,
It couldn't have been that long. You're 25.
No, so I'll tell you. So okay. So my dad, when I was younger, he owned like car dealerships.
See, that's the root. That's where it came from. Okay,
That's where the salesman.
Talk to me.
So he used to, I was like 7 or 8, and he said if I could sell a car, then I'd get $500. So I'd go to work with him on the weekends.
Oh,
and
wow.
I would just try to go talk to all the people there, and they'd look at me like I was crazy. Well, it was really
How old were
genius
you
for
then?
him, like 7 or 8. And it was genius for him though, because like, think about it, right? The cute little kid comes up,
Okay.
and it's like the hook, and then he gets to come in and close the deal.
He's using the kid
He
car.
was using me for sure.
Wow. Was your dad married?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he could have used you to get women too. You know, they do use kids to get women. Hey, go out there and play, boys. So they can see you play. You know, holla. You know, I would use them. I'm just joking. But nevertheless, I'm just playing. So that was your first job.
Yeah. So
you were 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8, and then when I was 12, I started coaching kids in soccer.
Wait. Let's talk about this. You go from selling cars to coaching kids at 12. What could you coach kids at 12 years old?
So back up a little bit. I can kind of expand on that. So my dad, my grandma, my mom, my uncle, and my dad all passed away in 1 year.
Okay.
So what ended up happening is my mom. I'm the last of 5 kids.
Okay.
So when my dad passed away, he was the breadwinner in the family. He's the one who brought in all the money. When
Right.
my dad passed away, my mom started working 6 jobs. So she was working from like 4:30 to 12 at night, 4:30 a.m. to 12 midnight, and so I never felt like right to ask her for extra money. So when I was 12, it was about a year after my dad passed away, I started coaching, like doing private lessons for like kids that were in elementary school for soccer.
Wow.
It's like the only thing I knew how to do.
She worked 6 jobs.
6
And
jobs.
here we complaining about 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
Oh,
I'm
baby.
still gonna complain, but that is awesome. I'm just saying, unless I get the right amount, I ain't gonna say nothing else. But that's pretty inspirational. So,
Yeah.
and then you start coaching at 12. And what did you do about 15?
Well, I was doing private coaching for a long time, and then when I was about, let's say when my dad passed away, I was 11 years old, and then I was in 6th grade, and then before that, I wanted to be an architectural engineer. That's like all I wanted to do. I told him I wanted to be a working man is what it started with, and then it turned into a construction worker. Then it turned into I want to build houses, and then it turned into I want to be an architectural engineer.
Wow.
My dad passed away, all I wanted to do was play soccer. This is the only thing I could do to get my mind off of what I was going through in my life. Because like my grandma passed away in January 04, then my uncle passed away in October 04, and my uncle and I were like really close, and then my dad passed away. And so those were my mom's, that's like all my mom's family.
Wow.
And so that was kind of a big change in my life. And then when all of that happened, all I wanted to do was be on the soccer field, because all I thought about was soccer. I didn't have to think about what's going on at home.
Because sports keep you active, and it also keeps your mind always working.
Yeah.
When you play sports, you always got to think ahead.
Yeah, you're always thinking, and then also I wasn't really good. I thought I was really good, but I wasn't, so I had to really focus.
Okay. At least you were honest. Some people think they're good, and they're like, no, you missed the bucket totally. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Sorry to hear about the losses, but in your case, it just made you stronger.
Yeah, and that's like, I was actually on my way here. I was talking to my Uber driver about that whole situation.
You took an Uber here?
Took an Uber.
How was the Texas Uber?
It was good.
Good.
Very hospitable.
Well, Texas do it big. I'm just letting you know. Everything is big.
100%.
100%.
And the drives are far, and nothing's close by.
That's right. Nothing's close by. We're not walking around here.
Yeah, no.
We pass out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
saying.
said. I was like, usually I go to a city and I like walk around and explore. I was like, I can't. You know?
No, you might be able to do a little bit something downtown, Easton.
Yeah.
You might be able to, move around down there. But even then, you got to be careful. Texas drive bad.
Yeah.
They drive bad. But next question: who's your first celebrity crush?
Either Mila Kunis or Marilyn Monroe. I'm still in love with Marilyn.
Really?
Yeah, she's. That's my
Got a
girl.
little taste.
That's my girl.
What was your first cell phone you ever had? And do not tell me nothing fancy. Because
It was-
you started off at 7 years old selling cars. So what was the first cell phone?
No, it was a little just a little flip phone. I don't even know what the brand was. Maybe like Nokia or something. And it was like one of the first camera phones. Had like a giant camera on the front.
It had to be something fancy at the time.
And then ended up getting a Razor.
Oh yeah, y'all remember the Razor
That
phones?
was legit.
You couldn't tell nobody nothing. I had one. You couldn't tell me nothing. But when that iPhone came out, boy, it was real serious. Right? And now look at the old iPhone. I was like, oh my gosh, I was doing all that for that. Anyways, nevertheless, what was your first car? Do not tell me a BMW or Range Rover.
No.
Okay, what was your first car?
My first car was a 1987 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was. That was my baby.
That was disrespectful right there. Yeah.
All cream on the outside, and the interior was all burgundy, like everything on the interior. Okay, and then I
You were
bought
a man of wise decisions. That's all I got to say, man. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I bought it for $500 from an old man that was parked in his garage for years. So it was pristine condition.
I just want to think, what was I doing at 7 and 12 years old? Like, what, where was I? What was going on? I tell you what, do you remember when and where you sold your first house?
Yeah, actually. So what happened was I was playing soccer. I got in a car accident, couldn't play soccer anymore, got my real estate license. We could get into a little bit more about how that happened, but got my real estate license, and the first, I passed my test.
Mm-hmm.
And I left the facility that I passed my test. I made a phone call to a guy that I knew was an investor. I had another guy that wanted to sell his property. It was $2.5 million. So
let's stop there.
Yeah.
Okay, did they invest $2.5 million in
Okay.
you?
So $2.5 million property. It sold after they fixed it. It had an ARV after repair value of 4.7.
So that's how
They made $1 million on it.
you did.
Yeah.
And how old were you then?
That was 2 years ago.
What was I doing at 23? Don't even ask. I just remember. Oh my God, I've come a long way. But that's because you made your first million at 23.
Well, I
As far as investment in your company, pretty much.
No. So essentially, I get a percentage of that $2.5 million. So
But still, a percentage of $1 million, I'll take that.
3%.
3%. That's
3%,
still. That's still.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah, it's.
let me have $1. He looked at me like, "Are you serious?" Yeah, I'm serious. We in Texas heat. I'm real serious. I'm thirsty too. Now I'm just joking with you. So we're gonna get into, you talked about real estate, we're gonna get into that in just a second. But for those who don't know, he kind of mentioned and he kind of touched on it. He was a professional soccer player. Which team did you play for?
So when I was 18, I moved to Switzerland. I played in Switzerland.
Okay.
And then I came back and I played for a club called Chivas USA.
Okay.
In San Jose Earthquakes. And then I went to I played in the Philippines, Costa Rica, Iceland, Switzerland, and here in the U.S.
I just don't know what to say. I haven't been living my best life. just don't know what to say, man. That's impressive. I played here, I played there. I ran with the ex-presidents. I did all this.
That would be cool, though. That would be cool.
The ex-presidents.
Kick it with the ex-president.
Yeah, okay.
Let's make sure
Let's be on the same page, brother. Let's be on the same 100%. Cool. What is your favorite sport besides soccer?
Probably basketball.
Who's your favorite player?
Kobe Bryant. Current player? I don't really have a favorite current player.
Okay. Kobe is always,
Kobe's
That's classic.
and
You
inspiration.
have a favorite football player or anything else?
No, okay, I'll tell you. My favorite football team is the Broncos.
Okay.
Okay.
Denver Broncos. Okay. Why?
So when I was
Don't tell me you own a percentage of the Broncos.
Yeah,
No. Okay.
So when I was like probably right before my uncle passed away, probably like 3 or 4 months before my uncle passed away, he actually was at my house and we're sitting down. We used to play chess together, and he goes, Cy, what's your favorite football team? And I said, I don't have a favorite football team. What's your favorite baseball team? He says, I don't have one. He goes, okay, why don't your favorite football teams, now the Broncos, and my favorite baseball team, what's your favorite baseball team? I said, the Dodgers. He goes, all right, that's my favorite baseball team. So that was our agreement. That's why I started liking the Broncos.
Gotcha. So, we know that you like sports. We know that you played in almost every foreign country that I can think of at this particular moment. And that your first car was like decked out, you know what I'm saying? And that you're only 25 and you're doing well. So, why did you decide to go into real estate? You were playing soccer, you was doing sports, so why real estate?
So I actually didn't plan on it at all.
Okay.
What ended up happening was, it was during an off season. I said, you know what, I'm going to get my real estate license. During off seasons, I would always do something to because I have a couple months to do whatever, train and then what, you know? And so I said, you know what, I'm going to get my real estate license. And I started my classes, and then I got in my car accident. Okay. Then after I got in a car accident, they told me I couldn't play soccer anymore. Right. And so I'm sitting, I'll rewind. They told me I could play, but if I get injured again, and I play goalkeeper, so I hurt my back.
Okay.
And so if I get injured again, then it's not talking about playing, it's talking about walking.
Okay.
And so I said, you know what, I'm not going to play. And then I'm going through this whole identity crisis, trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with my life. Because see, all growing up, I had every single one of my teachers tell me, you can't play professional sports. It's less than 1%. And I'd always be like, well, actually it's less than that because I want to play soccer, and less than 1% is a professional athlete. And then I'd break it down, and then I'd say, and then they asked me for a backup plan. What's your backup plan? I said, a backup plan is an excuse to fail. And
what they say after you said that?
They just looked at me
and now you're probably making more than their salary. 100%. Look at that.
100%.
100%.
Exactly.
Look at that.
And I mean, it's really funny because when I signed my first contract, I got that same counselor calling me and telling me, congratulations, and I knew you could do it, and so on and so forth. Actually, and then at one point she did say, you proved me wrong, so thank you, So that was cool. But so yeah, so I that's all I did. That's all I did. Everything I lived for was that. And I think I had for a long time, I had my identity as I play soccer, that's why people like Cyrus.
Okay.
Right? And so when I got in my car accident, it was like, no one's gonna like me, I have to play soccer, this is why people enjoy me. And it was just a really messed up mindset. Where in reality it was people like Cyrus and he plays soccer. But it took me a while to understand
to realize that, right.
And so I was going through this identity crisis. My now business partner will say he couldn't even tell that I was going through it, but I was depressed. But I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, so I just had to keep that faith and just keep moving forward. And I said, you know what, well, I'm just going to get my real estate license and I'm just going to try that. And then got my license and put $2.5 million in escrow, and I said, okay, maybe I can do this. And then that's kind of what started all of that, got into real estate, but I never thought I would. I thought real estate agents are boring.
They probably are.
Yeah, I really did.
For the most part. But real estate has really become architectural, I don't know how to say the word, architectural type of thing, because they'll take houses and I see it on YouTube and they'll deck it out into something, and they're making money off of something that was probably somebody else's trash, and they'll flip it and repaint it and take out the boards and and it'll turn out to something like really dope, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think real estate has become like the new fashion for houses, you know what I'm saying? It's like a new fashion.
It's a beautiful, it's an art. It really is.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I never appreciated it until now, and now I have like a true passion for it. And I never thought I would, right? I never thought in a million years, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, hey, you're going to get into real estate, I'd been like, yeah, okay. You know, and now I can't see my life without that. And it kind of goes back to soccer, right? Like, that's how I felt about soccer. I can't see my life without it. But I realized that at one point in my life, I'm going to end up doing something else. I don't know what it is, but we'll find out.
Is your business just in California? You're a broker or just in real estate?
Yeah, so I own the Keystone team. So we're one of the leading real estate teams in California. I have 20.
And it's expensive to live in California.
100%.
You want a piece of bread? $5.
Yeah,
That's how much it's gonna be at the grocery store.
I went to lunch today, and it was like I got like I guess it's restaurant week though, but I got like
doesn't matter. We still cheaper than
I got
California.
a 3-course meal today for like $20.
You better believe it.
I was like, what?
And that for us, that's $20. That's a lot.
I thought that was amazing.
Well, we're good. We got the dollar menu real tough down here.
That was amazing.
The dollar menu saves lives. What you talking about? And stomachs. It's real out here. So, based on your real estate, it's called the Keystone team, right?
Yeah.
How many people do you have on your team?
20.
20 people.
20 agents under me, yeah.
You're making money. If you got 28, no, for real, y'all. If he has 20 agents, you have agents, right?
Yeah.
Under the, you're making money. What is your favorite area to sell in California?
By the beach.
Of course.
So I have kind of a different model though. I have agents all the way from San Diego into the valley.
Okay.
And so we cover a lot of ground.
Wow.
Compared to the traditional brokerage, they focus in one area, and that's where they do most of their real estate. We kind of are spread out because it's 2019, right? And I'm a big believer in the fact that if I want to be an expert in any area, I can pull up my phone and figure out all the statistics for that area within 30 seconds.
Wow.
You know?
Have you ever sold any celebrities?
No.
Basketball players, football players,
no.
strippers. I'm joking. Those are celebrities too nowadays.
They have cash investors.
Look at Cardi B. I'm just saying. I remember Migos or something. Yeah, the Black China.
Yeah.
Hey, Black China. Speaking of which, she is. I'm telling you, Black China has become a role model in a sense. All bills are paid. Okay, child support and all. She's driving like 5 different cars. Nevertheless, that's another story. We'll talk about that another time. What are your goals for the next 5 years?
So I partnered with a company called U.S. Real Estate Services. We're one of the biggest asset management companies in the country.
Wow.
So what they do is when the market goes down, right, like back in 2008 and everything, they get the REO properties, so the bank-owned properties.
Okay.
And then their job is to offload them. So traditionally they used to basically offload them to XYZ brokers, and what I want to be able to do is create what I have in California in the biggest markets in the United States.
So you come to Houston too?
Hopefully.
That's why you're here. I know why you're here. Sugar Land and Fort Bend County is really good. You probably already know. That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
I know the sweatshirt on.
You're here, and I'm here.
It's gonna be a couple years before you sell me anything, brother. I'm just letting you. Let me get my credit and everything together. So why did you decide to come on the show today?
I had watched. I don't even know how I came across the podcast at first.
You have that glow. You don't see it? You had that glow.
And yeah, exactly. And I don't know how I don't even know how I came across it, but I saw it and then I watched it and I actually loved your personality.
Well, thank you so much. I'll tell you the truth. That's so nice. All the people in California would say that. If you knew me in real life, he'd probably say, no, I'm joking, say something different. But no, that's pretty dope that you came out here and what you do. I didn't know you that young. That's pretty impressive. 25, started selling cars at 7. I mean, my goodness. Like that's a story. You're gonna end up having a movie eventually.
Cool. That'd be cool.
You'll have the money to make it in no time. Don't worry about it. You can do that. It's different to hear. It's kind of great to hear your story. And one thing I want to say before we leave is what makes your team different from any other real estate or brokerage?
So, really interesting. I don't hire everybody that comes to me. So you go to pretty much any other brokerage. You get your license, they'll hire you.
Really?
They'll take you on. I mean, it's pretty simple. Every other brokerage, that's pretty much how it works. And I vet on 4 different traits. I vet on loyalty, integrity, drive, and service. And if you have those
Write
four
that
traits,
down. What was that again?
loyalty,
Uh-huh.
integrity, drive,
Drive.
and service.
And service. I need that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to use that in the future.
Yeah,
Future
so
endeavors.
I call it lids.
Boy, let me find out this. And he said, everyone quiet like, that's pretty dope right there.
Yeah.
You're smart. You're a smart guy.
Thank you.
How long you gonna be in Texas?
Till tomorrow.
Jeez. Are you taking a private jet out or?
Now that would be legit.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But
I didn't know if you flew
I
in
wish
to
I
Sugar
was.
Land or something like that. I
That would
didn't
be
know.
so sick.
I'm just saying anything is possible. But on behalf of the whole team, as you can see, we got a whole squad here,
Yeah.
from a DJ to the program director to the video guy to the marketing manager with this lovely lady over there. You're gonna be missing. But to everybody here, though, we do appreciate you coming out all the way from California. Even though you don't have other things to do, we do appreciate you coming out to Teddi Tuesday, kind of see what we're about and what we do. And congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much.
25 years old. I'm just thinking in my head, well, I've been wasting time. I just need to get it together. But we appreciate you coming on to the show. And this will be available for YouTube tomorrow for you to see the whole video. And we'll have some other postings for you later on tonight. But we definitely appreciate you and your nice Bluetooth over there. Your face recognition and everything for coming to the show. And we hope you had a good time and welcome to Texas.
Thank you so much.
Till next time we see you, this is Teddi Tuesday Podcast Show. Shout out to everybody out there.